So look at you, look at you. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I'm GP. I'm the TO for this event. Well, I run that team, which is sponsored by the Museum of Computing History, and I'm also sponsored by the wonderful VWS, whose shirt I am wearing under here somewhere. Oh boy, I play multiple characters. The character I'm known for is Ike, which is basically how I play every game ever, which is big meaty hits on everything ever, and like those hits that make a sound that make you feel really great when you land them. It's like, yeah, I read you. But I also play Sonic and Wii Fit Trainer. I'm just finding fun.
How's it going? So my name is Hassan Azam. I'm also known as ED Hawks is Ripping. ED is Electronic Dojo. I play Lucario. I absolutely love the character. It's my I like Pokemon, my favourite Pokemon. In Brawl, I played him as well. Casually, I didn't play Brawl competitive, but casually. So I thought I'd just play him in this game. And I'm also now playing Cloud, learning Cloud anyway. I've been playing Cloud only this tournament because I want tournament experience with Cloud. The reason I play Smash, I've been to fighting games for a while now. I started off in shooters and then I moved to fighting games. And I'm trying to get into them a bit more. Yeah, I used to play competitive Gears of War and Unreal Tournament, and I was quite good at them games. But I preferred fighting games overall, so I moved to fighting games, and I play Persona 4 Arena. That's my other game that I play. But I learned Smash when it came out, Smash 4, December 2014. That's when I first started playing Smash, my first Smash game.
My name is Sherb. It's what everyone calls me. It's not my real name, but pretty much the name I go by everywhere, including the internet. So hi, I'm Sherb, SDB Sherb to be precise. I play Pikachu. I used to play Lucina. She was my favourite character in the game, and she's one I really struck a chord with. But realising I don't like losing all the time because Lucina's bad, I picked up Pikachu because I picked a high tier that I kind of clicked with. And I'm always been a big fan of Pokemon anyway, and to be able to play one of my favourite Pokemon within Smash at a high level it's fantastic. I'm here because I'm supporting the London scene. Of course, I'm from the Midlands, which is like my sort of area. I run a lot of tournaments up there, but I'm coming down to support London and GP and what he does. Smash is a game I've played since I was young. It's one that I do really enjoy. And it's great to be around the people. The people are the best part about it, and it's just a great fun to sit down with someone in front of a TV and talk about the game and then play. It's the best experience I can possibly think of, to be honest. First thing I did was join the Facebook page, Smash UK, and I took Brawl sort of competitively when it was out, but I was kind of a Wi-Fi warrior. I didn't really know anybody, so I joined the Smash UK page with the release of Super Smash Bros. 4, and there was a tournament in Birmingham called the Rose Villa, which I went to, and I met a load of great people there, and I operated their stream and commentated it for them, and that got me into it. From there on, I realised this is what I want to do. I'm hooked on this immediately, and it's all I've done ever since.
My name is Dean, and my tag is Dean, or sometimes Mega Dean. Well, I guess I've always been playing Smash Bros. Since I was a kid. Like, I used to play Melee with my brother when I was 10 years old, and then I started watching the Smash documentary. Don't know if you've seen it before. And then, yeah, that just like really opened my eyes to like how awesome Smash Bros. Could be like competitively. So watched it, and then Smash 4 came out. I was like, now's the perfect time to get in, and yeah, just started playing it competitively. It's like a fun way to spend a Saturday, to be honest. Just like everyone loves playing games, so do I. So cool place to go. Second reason I'd say is like to see how good I am. So like I think you've got all the best players in the UK here, or at least near London, You've got guys from France over as well. So yeah, it's good to see like where you are in the places.
So I'm Phil, my tag is Dragonfly. So I'm here today, firstly to get a bit more experience against better players. I play Smash just because I have a lot of fun with it. It's interesting despite being, well, you would think in design it's pretty repetitive, but it's not because of how everything matches up or doesn't, or well, yeah, every game is different. So I played Robin because I don't know. I just looked at all the characters and looked at characters I saw in Brawl and played a little bit. So I'll give them a go again. So this isn't really good. Oh, this is a new character. Let's jump on that. Oh, I'm having fun with this. It's nice to play it. I feel like I play at my own pace by keeping people away rather than rushing them down or whatever. So it's a play style I enjoy. So.
My name is Timothy Dickens, otherwise known as Plastic Pop Tart. I'm here to enter the tournament, and hopefully do well. I play Smash just because I really like the game. Like, I've been playing it since I was 6 with like my older brothers and sister, and yeah, I just continue to play it.
My name is Jeremy Pang. My tag is Opto, all in capital words, and I play Pac-Man. This was years ago. This was like around 2009. I went to a guy's place. He's called Will Savage, known as Wills. I played for like about a year or two, just competitively. Then I dropped off for many years because I want to complete my education. Then the new game was coming out, this one. And I got more into it. I said, this is a really good hobby. So try different hobbies, and this is great. I meet people around my social age group. So I kept going on it, and I led the competition. I like getting better. So that's how I got into it. And it's been great. I never look back, to be honest. I never say it was a bad thing at all, you know. It's awesome.
My name's Liam. I go by the name Tron. I play Mega Man. Well, I actually used to play Melee. I played Melee at release. We used to play a lot with items on non-tournament legal stages. And then at uni, Melee was our kind of like drinking game. So every night before we went out, we'd play Melee. And I've just kind of constantly played Smash ever since. It's just a fun game. Like, if you want to play a competitive game that is fun, you play Smash. I recently found out about the Cambridge Smash scene, and there's people like GP, who's actually the tournament organizer for this event. So I kind of went along to his house, and he showed me how bad I was at the game and how much better I could get if I played against good people. So naturally, I'm just looking for tournaments just for that experience.
I like the community. That is the main thing, I think, is the fact that I love having a community. Like when I first joined the scene, we had a community of about 20 people. We'd have events like 3 times a year, if that. And it was just very, it wasn't particularly lively, but despite that, I still loved it. And I just kind of wanted to have more of it. It's like almost like an addiction. We wanted to get more of it and more of it and more of it to come along. And we get to cases like this where we get stuff every week. And I like to think that like a lot of this is like because I've put the effort in to do it as well. So it feels good to like know that you've helped build a community, you know.
So what we do is, of course, we host very centralised tournaments where we can get people. We use Birmingham mainly up in the Midlands, where we can get Leicester, we can get people from Bristol and Gloucester to come up, and it's very centralised. So we create these little hubs where we have frequent tournaments going on to bring more people in. And then, of course, with the use of social media, Facebook and Twitter, everyone communicates with each other, and we've kind of built this small pseudo community, sort of cyber community through Facebook that then gets together and meets up at these events. So keeping these events running consistently is the most important part in keeping the community alive.
Leveling up in Smash 4, we come to London. The Midlands scene, they usually travel to London to get their experience. And there's not a lot of Smash 4 things going on in the Midlands, so I decided that I wanted to level up my Midlands scene. So I've started running monthlies every single month. The first Hawks Next got 57 entrants, which is really good from the first event. We also run like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter and stuff like that.
People are getting crazy. It's a last stock situation.
That was a double bluff.
Ooh. Now suddenly this has become a very, very close game.
Oh, he's baiting up the up there. Oh! Severe Carmine misses the tilt. This is crucial for Carnage.
No, not quite, not quite. That is quite a strong throw, but not strong enough.
Very good.
The nerves. Remove Spaghetti.
Down throw. Oh, every time. It's so tense.
It's been a long game as well. Less than a minute on the clock.
Oh.
Is that going to be it? Oh, catches the jump.
That was a great match. That's crazy.
And that'll be 7th place for Carnage. Severe Calamari takes it.
A really tense situation at the end. You had to give props because this tournament's been on for hours, you know. Have you ever been to a tournament for hours? It's a big mental drain on energy. You're constantly drinking water. How these players, they don't always show it, but they're really good at hiding it. But how they last, the mental endurance throughout the tournament, it's very credible skill. Like for Glory, you play instantaneous matches, last about a couple of minutes, so oh, I'm a really good player. But the real test of skill is really in these tournaments where you spend hours playing a tournament and and maintain that consistency over and over and over again. And it's not going to get easier because the more you progress in the bracket, the harder it's going to get. So it's an amazing test of skill, actually. Amazing test of skill.
2015 was a year of news. So we had like new characters like every few months, it felt like. Now they've basically said they're cutting off new character releases after Bayonetta. So it's kind of now up to the community to refine the game because we know what we're playing with, rather than going, you know, someone might just come in and completely mix everything up. I think 2016 is going to be, the best players are going to show themselves this year. I think up to this point, it's been a case of, can you play your character better than everyone else because they don't know your character as well as as well as they could. Whereas this year, everyone's got the experience, everyone knows the characters, there's no surprises. Patches are probably going to be less frequent. The UK scene, I think it's a really core group. Everyone knows everyone, and having been to very few tournaments and followed it on YouTube and stuff, you can see it's the same core names appearing around the country. I think 2016, that core group needs to expand, basically, to compete, well not compete, but to keep up there with like the US and Japan. I mean, Japan's just crazy. Like their tech is a lot more groundbreaking than ours. But yeah, I think the UK needs to represent overseas this year. That's the big goal.
I think it's just going to keep getting bigger, to be honest. Like, Smash is getting recognised a lot more with the 4th installment than it was before, with like rule times and stuff. And I only just joined last year, but from what I know before, it's a lot bigger, and I just think it's going to keep getting bigger the more we can like stream and stuff and all that.
In terms of world recognition, in my opinion, we're pretty quiet, we're pretty low down, low key, because simply we haven't really had that internet infrastructure to really boost its profile. We've got good players, no doubt, though. In terms of EU, I'd say we're around 2nd place, behind Netherlands, Mr. R, Iceland, they're really solid players. But just this tournament right live now, we could be on par with the Netherlands in terms of overall level of skill. We've got great players. London has a great concentration of great players. The rest of the UK, really good players as well, but all spread out. So no doubt, UK's got some great players like Afro Smash. He's a really good Samus player. Surely he's widely recognised, and Wills with his Captain Falcon, and Ixis with his Sonic, for example.
Smash specifically has a lot of room for growth. I mean, we've got a small little grassroots event going on here, really. I mean, well, I say small, this is about as big as the UK gets, really. Smash as a whole can really go a lot further. Esports is hitting a sort of plateau at the moment where you've got the likes of CSGO, League, Dota, etc. These massive games that have these huge tournaments, and they're hitting the level of quote-unquote real sports, They have these massive stadiums filled with people, and Smash can get there. With the right push from the right people, Smash has room to get to that point if we just keep putting in the work that we're doing now. Yeah, there's no developer support in the Smash scene whatsoever. Every other esports game I mentioned previously has a lot of developer support in the game. Smash, I'm daring to say Smash is the only game I can think of that has ever gotten such a serious competitive following without developer support. From the top of my head, I can't think of another one. Smash, the community does amazing things for it, and it's got so much room to grow, especially if Nintendo jumps on that bandwagon, which they need to do.
I think it's going to get really big outside the UK. I think the UK is lacking behind a bit in terms of esports, but hopefully we push that in the direction. There is Insomnia events where I do know that Insomnia is quite interested in running Smash 4 as a proper game. But yeah, I think we just need a bit more exposure. The Smash scene, as you can see, is massive. It's probably the biggest FGC, we don't really call it a fighting game, but it's probably the biggest FGC community so far. And we get ridiculous numbers, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be pushed to esports. So yeah, so it's definitely going to be big, few years.
2015 was a big year because it was essentially the release year for Smash 4. It honestly depends on what Evo does with Smash 4, because we know they've got Melee in, and that's good for Melee. Like it's secured its spot there now. If Smash 4 doesn't get in again for whatever reason, then we're going to be struggling. If it does get into Evo, then we're good, and we're going to continually have more events and stuff. But honestly, it depends all on that. I think we'll be good though. I think it will get bigger and bigger. I mean, here in the UK, see, like the communities are growing at an alarming rate, as is the professionalism as well. Like we went from being in an arcade, which while I love all the guys there, it's not particularly esports, and now we're looking very, very professional.
I only see esports getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The games industry's just been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I'd be surprised if it's not bigger than movies soon. So just more people need to keep showing up to things like this and supporting kind of the events, and then we'll see it grow and grow and grow. Absolutely.
I'd just say do it. Like if you're thinking about entering the scene, just do it. It's such like a great place. You play like a game you love, you have fun, you meet people, and it's just awesome.
We're so open. We're grassroots level. People depend on people like me and you to bring in game setups and TVs. It's very community run. You know, like that's how it's done. So of course we're so open. If we were so naive and very closed off and very put off from outsiders, this community would never exist or grown at the amount as it has now.
For me, I don't aim to get much better at the game. I know I've reached my limit, I think. I won't be able to get much better without spending way too much time, and I haven't got that time to spend. I just want to keep growing the tournament. I want to eventually, I mean, we've got this room, and as you can see, it's a pretty frigging fantastic room. Eventually I want to be able to take up this entire school with hosting tournaments for different games. I want to start hosting other fighting games. I want to get more sponsors on board. Obviously, we've got you guys who are our very first sponsor. And I want to start, I want to really build the UK scene. I want us to be like the European hub of like Smash 4, particularly London, and I feel like I can do that with the facilities and the community I've got now.
I've never been like a professional guitarist or a great painter, so why I enjoy the game is that I played Pac-Man in Smash Wii U, and he's a character where he's really creative with different options compared to many other characters, so I treat him as like my own canvas. I like to try to paint my own pictures and just really show expression. It may sound a bit pretentious, but to be honest, if it's just about me, that's how I feel about it. That's how I enjoy the game. And it's amazing because when you join this community and talk to people, everyone's got their own stories. Everyone's got their own ways and opinions about why they like the game. Some like it just for fun, throwing items around, on a city casual stage. That's cool. And some just like the competition and they want to get the money, they want to get the wins, they want to get the recognition. It's hard to describe it. It's just you get a lot of adrenaline. Like sometimes after matches, I start shaking. Your hands start shaking because it's like all the adrenaline like getting pumped. It's I know it's quite a big feeling.
Joining the scene, there was a website called All Is Brawl back in the day. Like when I discovered Smash, I got completely engrossed in it. I dropped everything else and just focused really hard on Smash. This is before I knew about competitive. This is just the first time I ever found Smash at all, which was in Brawl. About 2 months into it, I discovered a video that made a few jokes about tier lists and things like that, and I was curious about what that was. Googled it, eventually found the competitive scene, and was like, sweet, there's competitive games. Could never find the UK scene, which is the reason why I made Smash UK actually, because I didn't want to have a play where we had someone who could potentially join, but couldn't find it. There was a website called All Is Brawl back in 2009, which was used as a Wi-Fi hub for it, and was kind of sort of half replacing Smash Bros at the time. I was on there and I tried looking for stuff through there, couldn't find anything. And eventually, on one of my friends who was also an English player, who I played on Wi-Fi a lot, there was a comment on his profile, because everyone had a Facebook-style profile. There's a comment from a guy called Wills. I don't know if you know him, but a guy called Wills left a comment on this guy's page saying, hey, there's this tournament, you should come to this. To this other guy, not me. And I clicked on that and it linked to this tournament that was happening in London, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that's how I got into the scene. By pure luck, frankly. I'm really glad that luck happened. Are we good? Cool, fantastic.